Dealing with men that try to match your energy, you'll have a worse relationship with them because as a man, you have to understand that you cannot do what women do. Get into the pressure cooker. Dealing with men that try to match your energy, you'll have a worse relationship with them because as a man, you have to understand that you cannot do what women do. Getting mad.
Yep, I can understand her point of view. I could see how she feels. It's relatable.
Mad because I'm mad and then treat me like you got a problem with me without knowing if I have a problem with you is very womanly. Not answering calls on purpose because I missed your call on accident, womanly. Trying to hurt or destroy me mentally, physically, and emotionally whenever there's an issue with us, womanly. As a man, your job is to lead and be firm on what you feel. Say it like it is, keep a woman's emotions in order or let her be, not match energy.
This is when a man walks outside of his masculinity.
Some of y'all men ain't grow up with a good father and it shows. You don't know how to be a man because you've been around too many women to the point that now you're trying to keep up with one.
Yeah, I mean, all that sound good. All that sound good, but
Here we go.
but you know, she do got a point. She do got a point, and I think that it's easier said than done for a lot of men. For a lot of men, especially when the man really, 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 really is digging the chick. When he really digging the chick, then yeah, it's just difficult. If he ain't digging her that much, then yeah, he can follow the rules. He can follow the rules that she is putting forward.
I don't think she's putting rules down. She's just saying the tit for tat. Not even so much womanly, it's just her little cute little slang in a way of putting it. But there's a lot of men that do the tit for tat. If you bring up something or you say something to them, then they come back at what you've done or how you are. Well, if it was a problem, why didn't you bring it up prior to that? Why is it a tit for tat? Why did you hold it until this moment to say something? Because had I said nothing to you, we would have been going on just fine. So I think it's a little when men kind of do that little tit for tat thing. Oh, she mad with me, I'm gonna do her that, or she didn't do this, so I'm gonna do her that. That can come off a little feminine because that's how your girlfriends act. Oh, she ain't called me in 2 weeks, I ain't gonna call her. So she said that's womanly. But I think men, it's a tit for tat situation when some men
No,
engage in that.
when you say it, like a lot of men, I don't think women understand this. A lot of men will not say something because as a man, when you get to complaining about every little thing that you don't like, that's why men will let things go. Because if you're around other men, and just say if you work around other men, you can't go around complaining all the time because dude gonna look at you like, God damn, bro, you sound like my wife.
Well,
And so men do that kind of stuff. So when you relate that to a relationship or being in a relationship, men operate like that. A man, if he's not a real emotional man and he been around his mom a whole lot, just picking up her mannerism and ways, and he been around just some male figures, then no, he's not gonna be that way. He's gonna if it's little petty things, men will let it go. But I don't want to be like.
okay.
Eventually, I'm gonna stop you when you constantly complaining about the little things. Like, damn, I didn't let all this stuff go.
See, and that's where
Why
things get
don't
bad.
yeah, why don't you
No,
stop it?
no. Effective communication requires that when something arises, we talk about it. But when you do this big build up thing, that's why men, when they get angry and when they do things, they explode because they hold on to so much. And then if the boss or the friend has been getting on the nerves or somebody that's been rubbing them the wrong way, they done took so much off the person that they explode and then it's overpowering. Instead of just saying, hey, I'm gonna deal with this right then and there. So women just want you to say what it is, not when I bring up something to you, then you want to unload everything you've been feeling. No, that's not effective communication. And then that diminishes everything she's
So
trying to tell you. So it's like, since you picking the bear, since you're going to poke at the bear, let me tell you your faults. Well, man, if you had a problem, you should have been spoke up. You don't wait until the other partner speaks up and then you want to dump everything. If there's a problem, you bring the problem up when it happens. Hey, baby, I don't like that you do this. Simple.
If the woman petty and he petty, if he's complaining about every little thing and she's complaining about everything, how you gonna be able to advance?
It doesn't mean that you're complaining.
Can't
It's not
advance doing
always
that.
it's not always a complaint. It's actually saying something that is displeasing to you in the relationship or that's causing a problem. We know what's a complaint versus a real problem. Like, no.
What you mean?
We're not
You know
saying
what's
every
a complaint and what's a real problem.
correct.
What's the
a woman
difference between the
is
two?
gonna speak on, like you said, petty. She's not gonna bring up little petty things.
Who not gonna bring up petty thing? Who?
A woman.
Please.
She's gonna, when you've done
Man,
something
please.
that she can't handle, she's gonna tell
Well,
you.
that's
about
probably
what you
why a
can't
lot
handle.
of that's why a lot of divorce happen. People talk about their nagging wife. She
That's-
nags too much.
Yeah, well, that's his perception. Maybe she not nagging too much.
Man,
maybe some men may need
I ain't
to
never
be
heard,
nagged.
I ain't never really heard no woman say I got a nagging husband. It's mostly I got a nagging wife.
Because you probably ain't never asked no woman if she had. You just heard a woman say that's womanly. What woman is gonna admit that her husband is a nagger? That looks embarrassing. So even if he is a nagger, you ain't gonna bring it out in public. You're gonna tell him you need to go sit your womanly self down.
Well, that proves my point. You just proved my point.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got, because it's frowned upon. Because most men don't be doing that. They don't be walking around. Every time you look around, he gotta go to his wife. Let's sit down and talk. Let's sit down and talk.
It's not every time.
Let's sit down and talk.
Oh my God. Okay, you're right. Every time. It's not every time. It's when something arises, like she says. It shouldn't be a tit for tat. You say it when it happens and you be done with it. You put it on the table when it happens and you leave it there. You settle in and you leave it there. That's the way it should be. That's effective communication. Anything other than that, I don't want to hear. If I go to my spouse and I'm telling them about something they did and they start throwing about, well, you know, you did this and you know, you don't do this here and you know, you don't ever do everything right. Man, I don't want to hear nothing else he got to say. It's like he ain't even talking to me at that point because I don't want to hear that. Because if you had a problem with me and you didn't bring it to me when I did it, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Period. Because that don't make sense. That's petty.
Oh, it makes plenty of sense.
No, it don't.
It makes plenty of sense.
No, it don't.
Because
problems are meant to be dealt with when they occur. That's like, you know, the old saying, when a child does something and you don't chastise them, then you wait and then they do something else and then you angry and then you want to chastise them for everything and your emotions are overwhelming. You deal with situations when they occur so you can understand what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about because my mama used to whoop me for stuff I did 4 weeks ago. Most black
That's what I'm saying.
Most black mama.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they don't be every time
you let things pile up until you get angry and then it's overwhelming. So then you get your butt completely tore up.
That means
instead of dealing with it when it happens.
Okay, you did that. I'm gonna let you slide.
Oh no.
Okay, you did that. I'm gonna let you slide. Now I expect you to understand that because you know that you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. I just ain't said nothing about it. But after a while, when you done so much stuff, I'm gonna have to lay down and say, listen here, now you did this. Now I let this slide, I let that slide, I let this slide.
Oh, so in other words, you treat your spouse like she's a child. I got it.
That's a straw man argument.
Mm-hmm.
That is a straw man argument.
I got it.
That's a straw man argument.
You just said it.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's exactly what you doing.
You build up and then you deliver.
Shit.
Wow.
It ain't no build up. It just I ain't finna complain.
I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you slide.
You'll get it together. I'm giving you some chance.
And if she don't, what you gonna do?
Together.
You gonna let her slide. That's not how adults communicate.
Oh, so every single thing you in a relationship you don't like, you gonna say something about it. Every single little thing.
You say every single
How
do you know it's a little thing?
Okay, everything.
How do you know that?
Okay.
How do you know it could be one thing that he's done that I don't like in the whole relationship?
So everything is that you don't like is big.
You're saying everything. There could be one thing in the entire relationship. I may like everything he do, but one thing.
So you only had one complaint the whole relationship?
You may. You don't know that. You keep saying every little thing. Why does it have to be every little thing? There could not be some little thing.
So you know somebody had a relationship where they only had one complaint?
Yeah, me.
Kevin and Caprice. Let's talk relationship.